Nothing else. All right. All right. Hello, world. It's your girl, Chrissy, the Heartbeat, and we are here for another phenomenal Wind Up Wednesday. I am super excited to have my guests in the building today. When I learned of this musical that was happening based off in Bronzeville, I'm like, ooh, I love musicals. I love to see the arts in there and different things of that nature. Just how creative we can be and just get so passionate in regards to the different things that we go through in life, but just how we are able to express it. So I'm really glad that my colleague Felicia reached out to me to have you all on my show today, Wind Up Wednesday. What we are 3 years going into 4 in regards to thank you. Well deserved. Consistency, that's what it is, right? That's right. All right, but no further ado, we're going to get to my lovely guests who are in the building. As I mentioned, they have a musical going on right now. So, of course, I would like for them to share just more information about how they got started and tell us, of course, about the musical. So, I want to first introduce Miss Margaret, and we also have Jimmy, right? Jim, I'm sorry, Jim. All right, so Miss Margaret, please let everyone know, say hello to everyone and out there on in the world.
Greetings, digital world, and we thank you, sister, for allowing us the pleasure to be on your platform.
Thank you.
I remember speaking with you like a couple of months back at Sip and Savior at an event. Yes. And you were full of life, so this was all destined, and we appreciate Felicia. Shout out to her. Mm-hmm. And it's an honor to talk about our musical because it's certainly a community musical. Yeah. It's about the Great Migration. Mm-hmm. It's about the successes of Black life, entrepreneurship, creativity, and we decided to bring it all together in a musical because musicals inspire, they are colorful, and it keeps it, when you watch a good musical, it with you. Yes. And the storyline is very unique. So we decided as a team to rewrite it, create a revival. This musical has been developed since 2005. Okay. But it has been under many different rewrites. Okay. And we feel that this is the season that this particular brand is the one that's going to catapult us to the next level. So it's really been a blessing.
Yes. And where we met, just to shout that out, that is Africa Porter and Melody Brown's Together Tuesday that they do once a month at the end of the month, where they are highlighting Black businesses and bringing together the community with the aldermen, with the Black businesses, and just the community. So the next one is coming up. I know that's the end of the month. Last Tuesday, so Together Tuesdays is where we met. And with that, you said with the musical, and that has been going on since 2005, or created since 2005. That's right. Were you a part of the original creation of the musical?
Yes, I was blessed to be a part of it because I was sitting in 2005 with a great one. He's no longer with us, Mr. Sam Greenlee. Okay. He wrote A Spook Who Sat Behind the Door. Legendary Chicago.
Legendary.
He is, and at that time, he and I was discussing creating a Black musical, and I wanted to do one on Harlem. And he said, everybody is doing a story. There's a film on Harlem Renaissance. There's books. Yeah. But Chicago also had a unique Renaissance movement. Ooh, yeah. So we went into research and discovered the wave of the Great Migration. And through the wave of the Great Migration and our ancestors in the South to Chicago, they built a Renaissance movement. And that is how the story took off. So it started out celebrating the literary giants, Langston Hughes, Gwendolyn Brooks, Margaret Walker, Margaret Burroughs. Then it ended up evolving into our own flavor, so to speak.
Of course.
Yeah. We're Chicago. And Chicago is such a rich city. And we recognize that our foreparents built this city. We built this city with our history, with our education, with our talent, and we want to acknowledge our voice and our narrative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very powerful. I mean, when you look at the arts, the arts can communicate in a way that nothing else can.
Yes.
When we're speaking now, our brains have the ability to accept it, reject it, materialize it, or whatever to do. But when you have art, music, things like that, they enter into you and they stay with you and they communicate in a way that nothing else can. Well, that's what this musical does. It communicates our survival, our strength, our leadership, everything that God put us, we're bringing out in this musical. And it's a testimony to the strength of our people, the ingenuity of our people, creativity of our people. And that's what Bronze is. It's us. It's us as a people.
Yes, and thank you for adding that information or sharing that important information. I know you haven't been able to introduce yourself just yet, so please introduce yourself to the world. Everyone know who you are and what you do.
Sure, I'm Jim Palmore. I came to the Motley Theater Company in 2014, 15 when the big presentation of Chicago Bronzeville was done at Chicago Theater. And it's something that's not known, but Motley Theater is the only independent theater company that's ever sold out Chicago Theater.
Wow.
The only one.
History.
And it's African American.
Okay.
But we joined it. My daughter was a part of the first cast. She was one of the ensembles and dancers and singers. And back then I acted as assistant vocal coach. Well, this time around, I'm the assistant musical director and also assistant vocal coach.
Oh, okay.
And I sing too.
I was just about to ask that question. You got to hit a note something for us.
And the brother is amazing. And what we appreciate about Brother Jim is have not only our respected elders or our tenured performers, but we also have young people in this show. We have teenagers and young adults that is also a part of telling the story.
Yes.
And we have a few that's on your call.
Yeah, I see. What are the names that we currently have? Can you all hear us over there?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you. But because we are a little far away, based off of how we're positioned, just speak a little bit like say it with your chest.
Okay.
All right. What's your name, love?
My name is Medina Muhammad.
Medina Muhammad. All right, love. And what role are you playing in this musical?
So in the musical Bronzeville, me and my brother Aziz, we represent the Nation of Islam in the rally scene. So we're just showing a brief presentation of our drill and just being a pillar of our community as we are trying to fight for peace. So that's kind of where the scene goes. It's been a blessing to be able to work with Sister Margaret to help do that.
That's beautiful. And please share with the world a little bit more of who you are and what you do.
It's breaking up a little bit on my end, but I think that you asked me to share a bit more about myself. So I'm 20 years old. I have a bachelor's in neuroscience. More related to this, growing up, I have been a part of many of Sister Margaret's plays, The Wiz. At one point, my mom was in Love Jones, just a few different things that I've always been able to experience and be a part of, both the musical aspect and the dance ensemble aspects. And I really have always enjoyed. Honestly, I feel like my love for like music and art probably stemmed from being around a whole bunch of people who were always dancing, always singing, and just really honing in on their artistic expression. So I have memories of working with Sister Margaret when I was younger and, being treated like a child. And then now working with Sister Margaret now and being treated as an adult that I am with more responsibility. But with more responsibility is more honor. And it's really been a blessing to look back and then to see now how things are only improving and things are getting better. Because I definitely remember when they did Bronzeville before, and it seems to just continue to progress. So yeah.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm going to do something really quick. So we're gonna pause 1 second because technology be at its finest. I also know that we are currently in a retrograde, so technology messes up, as well
Mm-hmm.
as the solar eclipse that just happened a few days ago. I already know technology. Give me 1 second because I need to take the Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully that makes it better where it's not keep coming in and out. All right. Seems like it's a little bit better already. Okay, perfect. All right, now, the next person that we have on the video, go ahead and introduce yourself. What's your name?
How you doing? My name is Ahmed Aziz Muhammad.
So you gotta
As
say
my
it a
sister
little bit
said,
louder, cause just based off of where we are, we can hear you, but you gotta say it a little bit louder with your chest.
okay, my name is Ahmed Aziz Muhammad. I'm representing the Nation of Islam in this play with my sister Medina, and she pretty much said the role that we play. Um, but what it means to me, um, being my first like major play I participate in. I'm already as an individual interested in the arts and music, but I've never really experienced it in this aspect with plays. So it's a very interesting and great experience being a part of the cast and seeing how it works and seeing how people are using their own talents and gifts to express themselves and send a message to people. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Thank
means
you.
a lot to me.
Tell us a little bit more about who you are, as a person.
Me as a person, I'm 19 years old. Um, I make music. Uh, I make music. I rap. So you know, this play it it sparked interest. It sparked curiosity in me and other aspects of the arts that I'm not used to. So I make music. Um, my career. I'm in the construction career on the
Okay.
side. So yes, ma'am.
What
And
area in construction?
plumbing.
Plumbing. Oh, good trade. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely. Okay. All good things. And do you all have anything to share about these beautiful children or young adults, I should say, young adults that is currently tuning in with us?
I do. I want to say that they bring in a very elevated energy in our space. They're incredibly disciplined, very focused and intentional. And they participate, as Sister Medina said, in the rally scene. The rally scene is a peace rally, it's an outcry to shower our concern to Chicago and to encourage our city to stop the senseless killings. And when they do their drill demonstration, it really gives the audience this boost of encouragement and fire. So the way they is very powerful and is strong. So we appreciate them, though it's drill, but it's still of art form. Mm-hmm. And the cast admire how they come in. They're very respectful and they're learning, and we're learning from them also. So it's a great marriage. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate both of them and joining this cast. And as Medina said, as a little girl, now as a young adult, working with her as a cast member has been really rewarding.
That's beautiful, beautiful. All right, Brother Jim.
It's been a unique experience. I believe I'm the oldest cast member at 70 years old.
Okay, it was 70 with.
But that's what it's going to take to get the message to our people, the message to the community, the message to the world about us. And that's the thing. When we can get young people to see the importance of their history, but then we as an older generation understanding their need to express it their way, and then we can combine the two together to make a harmonious group or harmonious message. it resonates more. It's going to resonate more, and it'll be more mean more to them because they now see what it took for us to get here. It's going to take for them to get there.
Yeah.
And we can bridge that between all the age groups and all the generations. Then we know that we're going to make it. The story of Bronzeville is centuries old. If you want to look at it, it's centuries old, and it's a message that was put in us as an African American people before the foundations of the world. God put in us an ability to communicate when no other group can, the way that no other group can, the way that no other group can use the arts, speaking, singing, dancing, acting, television, writing. He put in us a very unique gift, and through that gift, he's showing us and the world what his message is for unity, what his message is for diversity. And if we can continue to get this message through the way that Sister Margaret has envisioned it, people will be able to see themselves, but they'll also be able to envision hope that's needed for us to go further as a united people. But it's only going to happen if we can come together under the umbrella of love and seeing all of us matter. And that's what Bronzeville shows. Everybody matters.
Yeah.
And everybody plays a part because, as Brother said, as he is one of the eldest members of the cast, though doesn't look it, is not in spirit, but he's just as energetic as the 20-year-old. We have the 70-year-old and the 19-year-old. So the cast is coupled with mixed ages, but we want to bridge the gap because they too need to know their history. Many of the 19-year-olds today, they're not familiar with the wave of the Great Migration.
Yeah,
they don't. It's a disconnection or disconnect. So we are blessed to have a musical or our art to bridge the gap. This is why the young people are in this play, and more so, it's mostly young people that carry the storyline.
Yeah,
the storyline is about teen takeover and how our teenagers are ruining and destroying our city, and it's up to the elders to bring them in and sit them down with exposing them to their history. So the narrative, when you and your group see it, you'll be able to get it. But it's really about teenagers taking over the city and this young guy, this young brother who is confused with himself and identity issues. And then he has a heart-to-heart journey with his father who takes him on the journey of Bronzeville. So that's the twist. It's a historical play with an urban twist.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And we can't wait for you and your group to come.
Okay, yes, I am excited about being able to bring have these beautiful children come out and participate. I see somebody is trying to get back in, so I'm going to press for them to get back, join us. All right, give me 1 second. All right, you made it back. All right, perfect. Now, I wanted to just address a question because we do have the children that are here, young adults. I'm sorry, don't hold it against me, okay? In regards to that are part of the Nation of Islam. What would you say to the children that are not a part of the Nation of Islam, that has that discipline and has that strong foundation, who may be interested in joining or being a part of your potential plays in the future, or just want to be exposed to something new and different? What would you say to more so that child, or how would you bring them in?
Certainly, that's an excellent question. And in this play, we have multiple young people walks of life that's in the show. And I would like to pass that to the sister Medina or her brother, if they could elaborate on that.
Yes, ma'am. So what I was actually going to say and bring up, can you turn it down real quickly? What I was going to say is that in our portion of the rally, we mentioned before we begin to drill that where there's no discipline, there's no love. And I think that beyond the story of Bronzeville, what the Moxie Theater Company is doing is honing in on the talents of both the young and the old and structuring it so that there's discipline in the expression in which people are trying to attain their goals. You might have been great at singing, but you was doing things that you weren't supposed to be doing. But then you joined a theater company that kind of put you in place, gave you some structure, gave you an outline for your life, and now that helps you move on with your life in a good way. Now, granted, in our scene, I mean, in the scene, the rally scene, there's people that represent different factors of life. They come from different walks of life. We just represent the Nation of Islam. But again, I would just um, when we're there practicing, it's all love. It's all a family setting. Everything is very loving and caring. And though we do represent ourselves in a very disciplined manner, it's because we strive to represent ourselves in the best of manners, which I think that the play aims to represent. The play aims to encourage young people to love themselves and understand the value of themselves, so they would want to, represent themselves in a certain way. But if they're interested in the arts, interested in the culture, I would first say come to Bronzeville. Come see the play. Come see how these young people, I'm not sure if they're in high school. I haven't really spoken to any of them yet, the main characters, but they look pretty young. They take time out of their schedules to come and practice for hours upon hours. I don't know if everybody was dancers, but they're sure dancing on the stage. I'm not even sure everybody was singers when they tried out, but they sing when they're dancing in the ensemble. So I think that joining community organizations, joining, theater companies, joining things that help you hone in on your talents just increases the amount of discipline that you have, whether it's the Nation of Islam, whether it's St. Sabina, whether it's any place. Finding your people and finding your group and being true to yourself, I feel like you just begin to develop a certain level of discipline because you respect yourself so much. You're like, look, I want to be a singer, so I'm gonna work to become a singer. I'm gonna go to this place and I'm gonna try to start humming at this place because I know this person lives there and works there, so they can continue to put me on, so I can continue to be successful. So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I just wanted to say that.
You did more than answer the question. You laid it all the way out, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. You explained it very, very well and very informative.
And if I may add to Sister Medina's point, there are young people. The youngest member, I believe, is 16, and the main cast they're from the age of 16 to 22.
Okay.
So it's driven by the heartbeat of the youth because it's their story. It's just that the elders in the production is giving the historical narrative
Okay.
to help them get back on track from burglaring and what is this teen
Carjacking.
takeover? Yeah,
Right.
because it's the young people leading that.
Yeah.
They're
And
leaders, and they're the future. But it's going to be up to us to. Here's a better way to put it: the young people have not seen the connection of their history to where they are. There's been a big disconnect. They're saying, what's the relevance of 1930 to me today? What's the relevance of 1865 to me today? What's the relevance of 1919
the race
to me
riot.
today?
The race
What
riot.
relevance does that have to me? And what we have to show them, and what this musical does, it shows them that because of this is where we are today. And if you can't grasp that, you won't get from there to there. Because if you forget this, that's as far as you will ever get. But we can't stay there. Because if we live in the past today, we will have never lived today. And we will never know that tomorrow does exist.
Yeah.
So staying in that spot doesn't us no good. But not knowing what that was will never help. If we don't know what that is, we can't get to here.
We can't understand today.
Like Sankofa, you don't know your history. What is it like if you're going back? I forget with Sankofa, knowing your history of the past so we won't bound to repeat it. And also our people, our ancestors who came to Chicago, they were beaten. That's why Bronzeville was a secluded area. It was called the Black Metropolis. Later it was called Bronzeville. But we were forced, or our aunties, uncles were forced in a secluded area. And from that seclusion, we built our unity. So just the father in the play tells his son, your people had to fight just to live here.
Yeah.
We just came from slavery, Reconstruction period, and just to be in a city we were fought, and now we're fighting and killing ourselves. It's a disconnect.
Yeah.
It's reminding me right now in regards to my aunties, my grandmother's sisters, and different things of that nature. And right now, with that moment that you just said, it just brought back memories of how they were always talking about when they came from Arkansas, that they all came right in that particular area in Bronzeville. And yeah, just in regards to being able to think about that, shout out and may she rest in peace to my aunt Ruby. My one of my favorite Aquariuses, Miss Dorothy, my other auntie as well, and my grandma. She's still here. I love my grams. But it just brought back a memory of seeing them all in the kitchen, laughing, talking about.
And we have a scene. We have a scene like that.
Yeah,
in the play.
You will love it.
Okay, well, I'm excited. I'm really excited to be able to see it. But thank you. That just brought back a memory. So that lets me also know that they're around me.
Amen.
I have no idea what time it is right now.
7:32.
7:32. Okay. Well, I know we have shared a lot of information so far. We do have like one more. I guess he's trying to join back in. I'm gonna bring him back on one more time.
Okay.
If it don't work this time, it's okay. Oh, he's still there. All right. Oh, you got a different background. Okay. You in a better spot now? We can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I hope so. I hope the reception is better over here. So
yes, it is. It is. It is. It is. So just to catch you up, my last question was centered around in regards to the children that are not a part of the Nation of Islam, and just being able to, if they're interested in participating, what would you say to that youth who doesn't have that foundation and strong background? Your sister did an amazing job with answering the question. So if you like to take a what's the word I'm looking for? A swing at it. Be my guest.
it was going in and out for 1 second. Could you repeat the last part of the question for me?
It was just more of what would you say to the youth, the young adults who are not from a family that has discipline, who may be interested in joining a community of the arts or different things of that nature, but they don't have a strong background.
What I would say is the art is universal. Whether we may have certain opinions on different aspects of the art, just you can never go wrong with trying a new thing. Yeah, you either gonna learn or you're gonna fail, but you're gonna learn from what you try. So I would say don't be afraid to go into new things that maybe your peers may not be going into or your family doesn't know anything about, because the world, the universe is for all of us. So we got to learn about it. Get your knowledge up, read about the things that you want to know about, and try.
Okay, awesome. Great answer.
Yeah, it is a great answer. All of us have been gifted individually for very specific purposes. And when everybody can understand and see what their giftedness is, then and accept it for the uniqueness of it, then that in itself can be honed, trained, harnessed, and then it can be used in the way that it was intended to be. I hear a lot of people say, I'm in the gospel music world, and I've heard a lot of young people say, I want to play like a Kevin Bond, or a Mark Taylor, or a Thomas Whitfield. Well, God only made one Kevin Bond. God only made one Mark Taylor. God only made one Thomas Whitfield. Be the one that he made you to be.
Yeah.
And that way the influence that you have as a young person, the gift that you have as a young person will be utilized the way it's supposed to be. And it's for you. Your gift is for you. Anytime we let somebody talk us out of our gifts to be like somebody else, we've robbed the world of a uniqueness that God intended. And he put in us as a people, I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. He put in us as a people a uniqueness that's found nowhere else. That's nowhere else in existence. What we have in this stuff here, this brown skin, this black skin, is so diverse. And how we got it, being denied education, being denied access to finances and stuff. God put it in us innately. We got young people today who can build skyscrapers without going to architecture.
Yeah, without going to school.
You've got young guys playing the organ today, can't read a note, but can play the keys like they're in a concert hall in Carnegie Hall. That's innate. And when we allow that to happen, when we realize the message of what Bronzeville is trying to say, that we're all unique, but we all have one voice, then that message can spread and the world can be a better place.
Thank you for that. That was just as powerful. So I know we talked about a little bit of the background of Bronzeville, but let everyone know, when's the show? Where's the show? What time is the show?
Well, we have 4 shows remaining, people. 4 shows. Friday at 7:30, and the place is Studebaker Theater, 410 South Michigan Avenue. Please go to our website. There is a link. When you go there, check in, check the code STUDENT. Student gives everybody the same price. Tickets are $40. Everybody this weekend. 7:30 show Friday. Then Saturday we have 2 shows at 2:30 and 7:30. And then we have one final big show Sunday afternoon at 2:30. So bring your family, bring your friends, bring your cousins, bring your choirs, bring your churches, bring your community groups. Tell everybody to come on down.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring my grandma. This she'll probably really appreciate that. Just based off of what we shared.
You'll love it. You will love it.
Okay. One other thing, how can everyone get in contact with you as far as purchasing the tickets? And then is there a social media page to find out about upcoming shows, new plays, and things of that nature?
Well, people can go to findartsbuilding.com or Mighty Theater, and that's RE at the end of theater.com to purchase tickets. Go to a Studebaker website and you will click on Bronzeville, so the link is there. And also we have a Bronzeville musical page with the history of Bronzeville, cast and crew, as well as the Mighty Theater Company page on Instagram and on Facebook, Mighty Theater Company. And again, that's with a RE. Or if people want to personally reach out to me, I'm on Facebook as Facebook just individually, Margaret Mahdi, MAHDI.
All right, lovely. And what about yourself? Do you have any social media pages?
I'm on Facebook. That's about it. My youngest daughter, who was in the cast before, she takes care of all that for me. She was the one that set up my Spotify network, because I did a Christmas CD that was released.
Yeah, before we go, you gotta hit a note. Let me not forget that. Why you talking about CDs over here?
Oh God. But Facebook, Jim Palmore, and you can reach out to me there, and that's where you'll find me.
Okay. About this note, though.
What can I do?
Yes, what can you do?
Well, I'll do the song from the musical in the traditional version. It's called "Steal Away."
Okay.
Steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away home. I ain't got long to stay here. My Lord, He calls me. He calls me by the thunder. The trumpet sounds within my soul. I ain't got long, I ain't got long, I ain't got long to stay here.
I think that did it for me. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. Well, I know who to hit up during Christmas time.
It's on Facebook under Spotify, on all social media. Jim Palmore, That Special Day, a vocal and orchestral celebration of the birth of Christ.
Thank you. That was beautiful. I want to again thank you all for coming on the show.
God bless you and your continued success.
Yeah.
Thank that. Thank you. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I'm funny when I want to be. Anyway, again, thank you for coming on my show. I definitely look forward to coming to see the play.
Cool.
Especially that moment that, was a real experience for me, but just be able to reminisce. And with that, it's your girl, Chrissy, the Heartbeat. Thank you for tuning in for another winning Wind Up Wednesday. With that, you can continue to stay tuned with the upcoming shows or the other events that you just may see me out and about doing, video recording, enjoying life, whatever the case may be. But with that, you can find that information on Instagram, Facebook, as well as, I don't have Twitter, TikTok, that's what I wanted to say, at Chrissy with the K _ the Heartbeat, and that is Chrissy with the K, KRISSY _ the Heartbeat. Thanks for tuning in for another winning Wednesday, and I'll see you all next week. Peace out.